One of the most terrifying wrestlers in WWE history is the Boogeyman. He has done some shocking and disturbing things in the ring that even WWE's monster wrestlers fear him. In today's video, let's take a look at 5 incidents where the Boogeyman created embarrassing and humorous situations that left everyone stunned. Number 5. John Cena and the Boogeyman. On the November 21st, 2005 episode of Monday Night Raw, John Cena was backstage looking for Kurt Angle to conduct an interview. However, when Cena opened a locker room door, he was shocked to find the Boogeyman standing there, eating something in a terrifying manner. Seeing the Boogeyman in such an eerie state, Cena was taken aback and quickly turned to leave, closing the door behind him. But when Cena opened the door again, the Boogeyman escalated a bizarre scene by violently smashing a watch against his own head, breaking in the process. This bizarre and unsettling act left John Cena stunned, and even scared by the Boogeyman's strange behavior. Number 4. January 23rd, 2018, on the 25th anniversary episode of Monday Night Raw, the WWE legends gathered to celebrate the milestone. Among the legends backstage was none other than the Boogeyman. His unexpected appearance made quite an impression, especially on the New Day members, Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, and Big E, who were delighted to see him. To show their appreciation, they gave the Boogeyman a cake as a gift. In return, the Boogeyman handed them a rather unusual gift, some live worms. The New Day members, initially excited, were caught off guard by the strange present. Xavier Woods, in particular, was left in a moment of discomfort, unsure how to react to the worms handed to him by the Boogeyman. Despite his hesitation and evident unease, Big E urged Xavier Woods to eat the worms. After some reluctance, Woods finally gave in and began eating the worms, which added to the humor of the situation. The scene was both hilarious and awkward, with the New Day trying to maintain composure while reluctantly consuming the bizarre gift. The whole moment was both comical and embarrassing for everyone involved, especially with the Boogeyman's signature creepy yet funny behavior stealing the spotlight. Number 3. The Boogeyman and Jillian, January 13th, 2006, on an episode of SmackDown. At that time, Boogeyman was involved in a storyline with JBL, and Jillian was JBL's manager. During a segment in the ring, Boogeyman attempted to attack JBL, but JBL quickly fled the ring, leaving Jillian behind. What followed was a rather bizarre and uncomfortable moment. Jillian had a rather large mole on her face, which Boogeyman noticed. In true Boogeyman fashion, he decided to make the moment even more grotesque by kissing the mole on Jillian's face. Then, to everyone's shock, he bit down on the mole and ripped it off her face with his teeth. After that, he chewed it and ate it, leaving the audience stunned and disgusted. This bizarre and unsettling act added to the Boogeyman's already strange persona, making a memorable, though disturbing, moment in WWE history. The situation was both creepy and absurd, showing the lengths the Boogeyman would go to in his pursuit of unsettling his opponents. Fans were left bewildered by the sheer oddity and unexpectedness of it all. Number 2. The Boogeyman feeds worms to The Miz, December 17th, 2006. On this episode, a bizarre and uncomfortable moment unfolded in the ring. The Miz, a rising WWE star at the time, found himself in a terrifying situation when he came face-to-face with the Boogeyman. Boogeyman, known for his creepy and unsettling antics, arrived in the ring with a large handful of worms. As Miz was down in the ring, Boogeyman forced the worms into his mouth, one by one. The Miz, visibly horrified and disgusted, was in an impossible situation. Though he tried to avoid eating the worms, Boogeyman persistently made him consume them. It was clear that Miz did not want to be part of this unsettling display, but Boogeyman had no intentions of stopping. As the worms were shoved into his mouth, the Miz could barely hold himself together, almost gagging and struggling to keep the contents down. This force-feeding moment became one of the most cringe-worthy and uncomfortable scenes in WWE history. The Miz, a rising star with a reputation to maintain, found himself in an embarrassing and humiliating situation that no one expected. For the fans, it was a memorable moment that showed just how far the Boogeyman was willing to go to unsettle and disturb his opponents. The Miz, despite his discomfort, had no choice but to follow along. The entire episode was both disgusting and memorable, adding to Boogeyman's reputation as one of WWE's creepiest and most disturbing characters. This incident is remembered for its sheer awkwardness, as the Miz's embarrassment became apparent, and the audience couldn't look away from the bizarre spectacle unfolding in the ring. Number 1. The incident with the Boogeyman and Sharmell at WrestleMania 22. One of the most disturbing and uncomfortable moments in WWE history occurred at WrestleMania 22 in 2006, involving the Boogeyman and Sharmell. This incident left both fans and the wrestlers involved shocked and uneasy. On April 2nd, 2006, during the event, the Boogeyman was in the middle of a match against Booker T. As Boogeyman was preparing to attack Booker T from behind, Sharmell, Booker's wife, attempted to intervene and stop him. However, before she could even get close to him, Boogeyman turned around, spotted her, and took an unexpected and horrifying action. Without warning, the Boogeyman approached Sharmell and kissed her directly on the lips. To make this even more unsettling, Boogeyman's face was covered in worms, which were his signature disturbing trait. So, while Sharmell was forced into this grotesque situation, she had to endure a kiss from a man whose face was filled with live worms, making it one of the most repulsive moments ever seen on WWE television. Sharmell, understandably horrified by the event, looked as if she was about to vomit in response to the revolting kiss. Her disgust was evident as she quickly tried to escape from the ring and run away from Boogeyman, but the damage had already been done. The moment left Sharmell in a deeply uncomfortable position, one she would likely never forget. This incident not only traumatized Sharmell, but also solidified Boogeyman's reputation as one of the most bizarre and disturbing characters in WWE history. His actions, while intended as part of his creepy persona, took things to an extreme that no other male or female wrestler would ever wish to experience in the ring. The audience, too, was left stunned by how far WWE was willing to go for shock value during WrestleMania. These were 5 incidents in the Boogeyman's career where he turned his opponents' situations into highly embarrassing and even laughable moments. The Boogeyman, known for his creepy persona, often pushed boundaries to create shocking, uncomfortable, and memorable events in the WWE ring. From disturbing interactions to forcing wrestlers into situations they would never have imagined, the Boogeyman became infamous for his bizarre and grotesque actions. These shocking moments, while entertaining for some fans, were certainly uncomfortable for the wrestlers involved. His ability to create chaos and discomfort made him one of the most unique and talked about characters in WWE history. If you enjoyed the video and want to see more content about the Boogeyman and other WWE moments,